Alright, welcome back everybody to some more Satisfactory. So basically where we last left off was we had nearly everything we needed for the next phase. And I played on a tiny bit further, mainly set up the plastic conveyor belt and figured out the fuel issue. The thing was backwards, I believe, so oops. Anyway, I just went ahead and replaced it and it worked. So I didn't check, but I'm gonna assume it was just backwards. So the only thing that's really left to do here, aside from some housekeeping stuff with my horrendous inventory currently, but yeah, the only thing that's left to do is just research the last bit of phase 6. Do I need to? Probably not, honestly. But like, we have the materials for it, so we're just gonna go ahead and launch it. And depending on how the recipes turn out, which we're gonna have a good look at together, we might want to go ahead and rebuild parts of the factory. But yeah, we will see.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
Yeah, we listen to pioneers, always. Yep. But yeah, as a matter of fact, we might want to go ahead and redesign parts of this factory eventually, because there's conveyor belts all over the place. It's pretty messy here, and that's just not good. But yeah, so currently these things are just getting to be backstuffed with stuff. Yeah, so eventually this will all just go ahead and backstuff, and that just won't do. So let's go ahead and we're gonna launch all the stuff. And we are getting access to the next tiers, so tiers 7 and 8. Which, if we go into here, are basically the next two. Yeah, as you can see, there's nothing else for us to research, so 7 and 8, and then we have a phase 4 right at the end. It's probably gonna require the most stuff, but with that all being said and done, let's go ahead and seal up this cargo. And we're gonna go ahead and launch it. I have no idea how big these are, but I expect complicated recipe and no other stuff.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your
Sure.
peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
And we're gonna go ahead and send it off. Yep. Yes. Oh, that's the thing you're actually building.
Phase 3 of Project
Oh, that's
Assembly
cool.
completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. So you're basically building it in now currently. Looks Encino. Alright, so we have 4 project parts and I'm sure they will all be very complete. Let's have a look at the stuff we have here. So we have bauxite and raw quartz, which will be scannable. I mean, sure. I believe because we've already found it, yeah. Because we already found some stuff. We actually already have raw quartz and we actually already know the location of bauxite by chance. So this is not very fast production, mind you, but it's nice to see that we already have some of the components, yet we still cannot process it, of course, so yeah, it will very much be required. So this is probably gonna be required, and how the processing works we'll have a look at later. I'm not sure. Hover pack. This sounds pretty fancy. It consumes 100 megawatts of power. Wirelessly connects, slow fall. Alright. This sounds useful in general, plus inventory slots and never on. 780 a minute. Alright. So even faster belts. Mean sure. Doesn't hurt. A hazmat suit. Alright, so this is what we need to combat radiation. Which we've already seen, so I'm gonna assume one of these things will be alright, this will be silver, a blender. Alright, so basically 2 liquids to metal or to solid tints, and it will also allow us to get access to the first component. In general, let's have a look. Alright, so this is the first component part we're getting. And it will also allow us to scan for silver. Alright. But it seems like we need aluminium, or rather aluminum. Yeah, aluminum sheets. Let's see. We are getting access to drones, which sounds very interesting. this seems like a pretty easy way to set up transportation. We will see. Alright, and here's uranium itself. Which I'm assuming these will provide a lot of power, but will also be few more required or not. Alright, makes sense. Advanced aluminum process. Scannable resource crude oil. Sure. Water, nitrogen gas, heat sink, cooling system, fuse modular frames. Resource pressurization, well extracting. Alright. Miner Mark 3, default is 240. Alright, that's some serious. Project parts ship 8. And here, nitric acid? Alright. Fuel caution highly radioactive. And that's just the thing coming back. Cube. Copper powder. This is the last project part. Let's just see where all the project parts are. This is the one over there. We're still looking for one that kind of looks like a cylinder of some kind. Ah, it's right here. And then we still need the last in, which is right here. Alright, so basically we need this first and foremost. That much is obvious. It's gonna require rubber, advanced mechanical frames and printers, which we are producing. Yeah, we have plenty of rubber, so let's go ahead and try to get this in ASAP. Now I don't know if we have that many motors. I know we have some. Yeah, and the power consumption here is looking fine. Motors isn't the back stuff just yet. Why is that not the case? It's just not being fast enough. See, you're producing about 11 a minute, but you have a healthy backstop. Yeah, you do. Yeah, still not that fast. Let's go ahead and get ourselves the summer sloops that we have left. Currently they're not doing anything in the machine that I turned off. Also, since we definitely don't need them going in there right away, we should also go ahead and deconstruct some of the beds. Regardless, yoink. We need about 100 of these things, so alright, I apparently already yoinked most of them out. So yeah, these things don't need to be doubled currently, not at all. now we're gonna go ahead and get all of our possible computers. It's not a very effective way to do it, but it will do. So we need about 100 of these, and this belt is quite a bit longer, so maybe it's already all on the belt. It would be really nice. Yes, already 100 on the belt. Right, and there's a couple here. You are not gonna be that fast. So let's go ahead and use the summer slips in you, why not? I know I was originally planning to use these for the motors. There's a bunch of motors here, but seeing as the quantity, I'm not gonna bother doing these manually. Although there's probably a fair bit. But I'm gonna assume by the time, yeah, it's starting to only now get back stuff here. Well, first and foremost, we need to clean some stuff up anyway, so yeah, we're on cleanup duty. This one we don't need. I don't need this one, I'm not sure why that's there actually. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and clean up after ourselves. In general, I said the factory looked a bit spaghetti, so let's go ahead and help to reduce at least some of it, I suppose. And in general, we need to see if we still are gonna be needing those machines over there, but for now it's fine. So yeah, that cleans it up like a tiny bit, not like a huge amount, but tiny bits do help this way. So let's go ahead and see if we already have enough frames. So let's see. So we now have also got a similar recipe as we're using here for iron. So 40, 50 makes 75. So overall 15 makes 75, and this is 30 makes 30. Alright, so we should absolutely, and you're definitely not needed over there, be looking to cleaning up that mess a bit more. You can go ahead and keep producing, it's fine. Let's have a quick look at the how do you call them? Required items, I suppose. So you're gonna go ahead and pack stuff very soon, but I want to go ahead and have a over here. So we're definitely needing that bauxite that's over there. Big question becomes, what's the most effective way to go ahead and transport it? It is fairly close by, so we could just have it run off the ledge and just do it that way. That might not be a bad way to do it. 16, we're gonna need a bit more than that. 22, alright, so that just needs needs a minute and it will be good. This is still set up for versatile frameworks. Question becomes, are we going to need those for the other components? That's the part I don't know, but I think even if we do, we should set it up a bit more intelligent than it currently is. So yeah, let's go ahead and remove the assembler, and then we're gonna be, let's see, you're transporting pipes. Yeah, that's hide in the mid-air. So we are at the very least going to remove this line because it's no longer needed for anything, I don't think. Splitter isn't super necessary, but like it works, so it's fine. In fact, we might even consider removing this for this, but it's not that required at the moment, so I'm fine with keeping that as is. Things up a tiny bit over there. So 28. It's not enough. We're gonna need a bit more, and then we're gonna need quite a bit more engines. Let's see, in terms of necessary stuff, I'm gonna say this buffer. I do like the buffer though. Ensure things keep producing steadily. Yeah, we can keep that. Let's see, so as soon as we have you made enough, I'm gonna go ahead and yoink the summer sloops. Yeah, we need like one more, so let's just wait for like one more, then we're good on that. I'm gonna yoink the summer sloops out of there, and it's going to be used for the, yeah, 320, we can easily support this. And we even have like one battery in case it does go wrong. So 35, you're good. You don't need this many summer sloops. So let's go ahead and we're gonna yoink you into there. So he's now producing at twice the rate. However, technically you also need to produce more rotors, so we're gonna put you in here and you're gonna be producing double the amount, which means I can overclock you even more. So that's the plan, to just quickly get that up and rolling. Yep, power shards all the way. And I still need to Google whether or not there's any reason to not convert them. Although, yeah. So, I'm not sure if this will keep up in terms of stator stuff. Yeah, hold on. Let's go ahead and check that first. So, it's using 15 stators a minute. Let's just check if we are actually like producing that much. Otherwise, I might need to go ahead and distribute the summer slopes. Yeah, and also we have you, and you don't really need to be in there currently. Like, it was nice to let them produce quicker. Yeah, hold on, you're not even outputting that much. Yoink, you're gonna go ahead and produce them a little bit quicker. Because yeah, even with those going directly, it would not be able to keep up. Let's see. Yeah. So 17 engines a minute. And yeah, that should do for now. Let's see. So there's probably more stuff to go ahead and improve around the base, so let's just have a look around. So this is like a tiny bit of spaghetti, but like this is not that bad. I mean, straighten the conveyor belts out a bit could help. You're definitely making enough of these. Seeing as eventually that will all be backstuffing, so that's fine. You're going at like maximum speed. Do we have any alternative recipes for rotors, by the way? No, we don't. So this will just have to do. This line over here, let's say is spaghetti. This is not. This can be arranged neither. That's for sure. So that's the point to improve. These belts going zigzaggy all across. It's definitely something. But let's see. So 250. Yeah, we need a fair amount. We need 225. So we're gonna, at the very least, take all of these off the belt. These tins we can dismantle, but I'm not sure if I want to right away. Because like we do need, well, I don't know if we need them actually. It's possible that we don't actually need these for anything anymore. It's also possible that we still need them, so dilemma. One thing that's good though, and I will keep the increase of engines because we are really low on them. But one thing that taught me that belt holds a lot. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yep, bauxite refinery.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process. Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Yep, nice words of encouragement. Although not necessarily untrue. So yeah, there's that. So we now have the process for bauxite, which we already know is up here. With this is a pure one, and it's also like the closest nearby. So we will definitely get it. Alright, Mark II blueprints, if we are ever gonna use them, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna get some more concrete and some more iron plates. So let's start with pretty basic things. We'll let this produce on and on. That's fine, honestly. I don't need one of these. So I think the first and most straightforward step is, especially given the fact that it's quite high up there, we're just gonna go ahead and start nice and simple by making our way up there. It's about here, right? No, about here-ish. That will do. Also, there's a power supply there, so we might just snag it up. Yep. Zoop. And let's just make it nice and big. Why not? So, yoink. Also, yeah, I don't know how much effort aluminum processing is gonna take, but we will see. First and foremost is the task of getting it there. And if we need to use some parts that are ramps, that's fine too. Yeah. A bit higher. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. So there we have our bauxite. Do we have the necessary things for a miner? I didn't bring enough regular framework. But that's nice that I kind of guessed my way to not a perfect ramp, but like it's pretty good. Right. I want to just go ahead and snag up this power slug. Young hatchet remains and power slug mine. Nice. And yeah, still plenty of stuff to be found in this area. Let's see, anything in particular over here? We're just gonna take this and that. And I don't really need to heal from that minor damage. So, yep, here we go. So, yeah, we just need to get 2 modular miners and then just 10 versatile, or not versatile frameworks. The thingies, modular frames. Yep, those are the things we need. Something I also might want to have a look at is the elixir zone. Yeah, why not? I mean, most of the things you buy are just fluff. So like, don't expect anything. On the other hand, we have 14 coupons, so let's just get some fluff. Why don't we? Mark II, Mark III pipelines. I mean, we have a fair amount of coupons, so let's go ahead and spend it all, shall we? Is this necessary in any way? No, but I might as well just use the coupons. There's 2 left. We'll go ahead and take all of these. I mean, no reason not to get them, you know? But let's not forget why we were here. We were here to go ahead and get 2 portable miners. Yeah, and they do stack, which is nice. And we just need soil trainers. Other than that, we're just gonna go ahead and with the help of some power lines, we're gonna bring power over there. Power tower. Let's see. Right, this is what I want. We might as well go ahead and bring up the power right away. And yeah, their power towers are like no real need to do anything fancy with them. I just hope it can reach it in one go, otherwise we'll just have a small platform. Surface too long, wires too long. We will see. Alright, wire is too long, so we are gonna need just foundation like this, and let's like this. So this doesn't look too bad, I would say. Yeah, invalid aim location does include stuff that's like way too far away. It's Yep. And the thing has already re-entered, but we need to be focusing on aluminum processing. Let's see. Can we just plop it right down there? Yes. Well, first thing first, you guys. Now, I don't have priority on taking these guys down, so... These guys are just chargers, basically. They will just charge you down. Yep. Yes. How many hits do you need? There we go. Let's go ahead and clean up the remainders of them. I'm curious. Yep. That looks very fancy, but luckily the rocks aren't things with collision. Yeah, let's take a small detour, which I'm suspecting it's a yellow power slug. Yoink. Yeah. That wasn't enough to take it down. Rather, it needs to be fairly precise on it. Well. Yeah, like that. Yoink. Also, yeah, I do like blowing them up. Not enough space for a yellow one. It's annoying. I don't need this many reinforced, I suppose. Yep, picking up yellow slug. Yellow slug required. So yeah, that works out very nice. And here's our wall outlet section. And our extra stuff, which required not at all. But Mark II miner definitely something we need. Yeah, and I want to build these manifolds. Alright, so you're producing 240 a minute. Very nice. So let us go ahead and take like one block side. Or what we can also do is, you know what, if I want to be organized nice and neatly, let's go ahead. Even though the surface is pretty even, it's still not as nice as having an actual foundation. A low foundation here will very much do because like this area is pretty much really flat already, which yeah, that's nice. So there's a good amount of room to go ahead and maybe even produce it here. And like processes and all that. Because we do have water, should that be needed? I'm not sure if it is needed, but we will see. Yoink, yeah. We'll just yoink 100 out of it. So, let's see, what kind of stuff can you be making for me? Yeah, opening the codex. So you're gonna be used for a fair amount of things, but we currently have like one thing, and we apparently also are gonna get the recipes for it. But currently we have this thing. So it's made in the refinery, it requires 120, it requires 180 water a minute, alright. And we are gonna be getting silica from it, which we already have. So don't need that particularly. And we need, we're getting this stuff. Let's see. All right, packaging it. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the main thing we want it for. So, coal, alright. And aluminium will create aluminium scraps. And will create some water. I mean, sure, that'll just be an annoying byproduct for me, but... And the aluminium scraps combined with the silica. Alright, so there's a use there. Will get me aluminium ingots, which can then be made into castings and into cladded with just copper. Okay. So the first step in processing you is in a refinery. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the processing here. I don't have motors with me. Right, because I just used it all. So, yeah. First things first, process it into aluminium sheets. Rest of the factory can just go ahead and keep producing, I suppose. Yeah, I'm currently also trying to think like... Alright. Can I open up the codex from here? I'm not sure how, so we'll just leave that be, I suppose. Right, motors. Okay, this line is spaghetti. Alright. I'll just take a stack of it, I suppose, and that will do. Yeah, so since we have so much room up there, let's go ahead and just make an aluminum processing tin over there. We might even want to fully finish processing it, because there's only like 2 tins, so something we could do is have a truck going up and down. We need to get coal from somewhere anyway, so that can be used as a fuel source. Yeah, that will do. So let's go ahead and see. Also, I don't know how many we need, but the first step is a refinery. Alright, so refinery, at least one, probably more. Yeah, this is the input. I would say that's plenty of room for anything else. So let's see. So you're doing 120 with 180. So let's see. How much are you producing to? Alright, so pretty easy conversion rate, I suppose. I don't have pipes. I should have checked for other components as well, but silly me, I suppose. So yeah, that's one thing to set up. Another thing is I still kind of want more hard drives for alternative recipes. gonna be quite a decent amount of work still. Also, let's check how's the plastic situation currently. Guessing I'm still using quite a bit. Alright, that's fair. Yeah, this is still pretty messy. But I don't think it makes sense to offshore the production of concrete. Maybe it does. I don't think it does. So, you going in... Are you still... No, not really. You're only saying that because you haven't produced anything yet, so you're still doing one cycle by the whole pipe requirements, power requirements and all, so that's fine. Yeah, also I'm suspecting that we can check here that my current factory is it's consuming some power. But that's also because it's, well, I suppose you're still backstuffed in for some reasons, right? Yeah, you're not actually doing that much. Yeah, this is backstuffing and also still growing. So, yeah. We are gonna go ahead and set up another refinery or two. Because I do think it makes sense to produce everything that I can. And you know what, let's also, for good measure, because we are getting a tier 3. Although it will, no, let's just set it up for tier 2. But let's leave room for tier 3. Yeah, that makes more sense. So, moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. Done, done. And we can even overclock this if we really need more, but yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna need, but let's just do an estimate that we're gonna need a lot. So this will turn it into aluminium solutions. And that other stuff. But that's... Alright, so far it's fairly neat. Aluminium scrap. So let's see. You're gonna make 120. Oh, you're already using 240. Nope. So definitely only require one of these. You're gonna require 120 coal a minute. Alright, so you need a fair amount of coal, and we're gonna get 360 aluminium scrap. That then goes into a foundry or crafting bench. Well, foundry it is. It's been a minute since we've used the foundry, but we have them unlocked. Let's just go ahead and do them around the corner. If we need more, then we need more. I'm just suspecting 360 scrap. You're using 90 a minute. Alright, 19 more a minute. Yep. We're gonna need more foundries here. I'm out of rotors. Huh. Also, given how much space you guys are taking up, we are gonna expand this. Dun dun. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Dun dun. Yeah, so let's see. We're gonna want 4 foundries. Alright. It does require a fair amount of space, I'll give it that, but it's fine, honestly. One here. Let's see. Yeah, I want it even bigger. And then we're getting more rotors and doing it from the start. At the very least, I'm making sure we have space for everything. In terms of transportation, I think if we are needing to go to the trouble of getting coal, then yeah. And it also needs like a hefty amount of, it needs like 120. Silica we're also producing, but I'm betting we're not producing nearly enough for that. So that might also need to be cranked up a notch or two. We don't have a great space for another transportation vehicle, but I do think a vehicle is required. So yeah, let's yoink rotors out of all the things. Yoink. And how are you doing with getting that supply back? Pretty good. Pretty good. So, next up will be foundry. And it does seem like we do want to try to amp up production speed of aluminum like right away. Even though it's gonna require quite a serious setup. But maybe one thing we could do is make use of vertical space perhaps, although it's not super required. Like duplicate the setup upstairs. This is already quite the big area we've created. So foundries, you say? Yep, foundries indeed. Let's go ahead and start with it here. I want to make sure it's not overlapping anything. Yep. Nice, and spaces in terms of the layout, which is a good thing. So let's just confirm 90 minutes, 90 minutes. Yeah, so it takes aluminum scrap per recipe, which is gonna equal that it's gonna need 90 minutes, and it's gonna require 75 silica. Jeez. And this is just like one setup thing. Yeah, you'll provide 360, 90, 180, 270, 360. Alright, so that's the correct ratio of stuff. And now we need to deal with your requirements other than bauxite. But let's go ahead and start off with bauxite then. Splitter. Yeah. Yep, and let's future-proof it a bit. Well, it can be like a tiny bit slanted, that's fine, honestly. Tiny bit is fine, I think. So, that's set up right into there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this in small steps. One of the most basic things we're gonna ensure is that everybody has power. Yeah, it's not all on foundations here, but I don't feel like the power lines really need to be all on foundations. Like, this is fine and looks fine to me, so yeah. So let's see. You need water. You need 180 with another, so you need 360 a minute. Let's see. Are any of you gonna be outputting or needing any more water? I don't think you do. Although, no, you're not going to. Okay. So this is gonna get us some water, so this will get us 360 a minute. The closest source of water is right over there, so let's go ahead and see. Might require a pump or two for that, but that's fine. I don't think it makes sense to box it up, because then you need to have a packager and all that sort of stuff. Well, this should be fairly straightforward. So let's see. We are gonna be getting ourselves a water extractor. You do 120 a minute. I need like 3 of these. Luckily there's room here for 3. That's a good amount of water. Let's see, can I get away with using Mark 1s? Nope, I need to use Mark 2s. Yep. We're gonna require some more plastic. And you know what? Since we are fairly close to the place where we are producing it anyway, we might as well go ahead and get it. And also I just noticed a purple slug, which make that. Apparently. I thought I could. Clearly I couldn't. We might as well hold by the place where we're producing it directly and see how the production's going anyway. Because we weren't backstuffing it yet. It's something I do want to see. Goes like... not unimportant. But yeah, clearly they need a lot of water. And I haven't really done the calculation yet for the other stuff that it requires. I will do it in a moment, but I'm fairly certain it's not producing enough of the plates to even come close to what it needs. Is this filling up more decently quickly? There's stuff coming from over here. I'm pretty sure I set this up correctly. Hold on. This one's on idle, so we might need to double check. You are on idle. Okay, there's something messed up here. I messed something up. Alright, so you're all on idle. Are you guys working? Yeah, you are. You are also working. You aren't really getting enough fuel. And do you have... Yeah, you do. Alright, it's not that. It's not the case of me messing up with the pipes again. One too many times where I've managed to build a pipe in another pipe, and that makes them very nice. I'm fairly sure I didn't connect this correctly. And yeah, I don't need to use Mark II here, because we're not actually producing that much residual food. Like 10 a minute each, 60, these pipes can do 300. So like, it's not an issue with that. We're not producing that quickly, but that makes sense to me. Now the question becomes, am I pumping out correctly? This pipe's full, this pipe's full, this pipe's full. And now you are, like, you're not idling. You're not idling. I already see stuff coming from over there, so I know this one's not idling. Okay, well, I don't know what was wrong then, but in any case, that seems to have fixed it. Maybe it wasn't connected up to the pipe over here. I'm honestly not sure, but I can see that it's working, so I'm fine with it. Yeah. Because not only does it produce power, more importantly, it's consuming the stuff that we have over there. Yes. Yeah, there's a good amount in there now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's good. Now let's go ahead and run over and continue with the process of setting up aluminum. So, yeah. I'm gonna ignore those guys. Because I'm not super concerned about them. So yeah, also I totally expect the project components to require some complicated stuff to make, maybe even some stamp stuff. Though stamp stuff is not particularly complicated, it is another resource. But we will see. Right, and while we're here, we might as well go ahead and already set up some stuff. If I want to do it neatly, this might be the way to do that. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. No, let's go ahead and put some more foundations down here. Like, I'm gonna try to keep this water line neat as I can. But keeping them neat and all that is easier said than done. Yeah. So let's see. Pipeline here. Need to do one up here. Oh no, it's floating. No, isn't nice looking. But it should prevent clippings. Does it look super nice? No, but honestly it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it's a bit crooked and all that, but I would say it's passable. I thought I had brought a fair amount of aluminum, or rather plastic. Might not be so lucky. Yeah, like, that's an example of where it's giving me bubbles. It's like, clipping may occur, and in this case, may means no, because this is not clipping. Actually rather not. One thing we are gonna want though is bumps. Like, I haven't checked, but I'm gonna assume it's more than the head lift we have. Let's see, so we have a Mark 1 and Mark 2 bomb. 20 meters or 50. I'm gonna assume this is at least 50, maybe even more. So let's go ahead and get some heavy modular frames. gonna assume it's more than 50. Like, and then, like, I would think that's a safe assumption. Yep. And then, so yeah, we're gonna be ensuring that we have the capacity to actually just bump it up. And it's a bummer. Because I'm fairly confident that we're gonna need one or two. Pumps even get the water up there. Yoink. And it will go ahead and continue to produce stuff. Excellent. And yeah, it's a bit of vibration because currently our factory is doing jack squat. And what I simply mean by that is it's not producing any of the things we need it to produce yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and have a look to see if there's any water flowing in the pipes. I'm betting it's not able to get up that hurdle at all. Like, let's just verify here. Yeah, there's nothing in the pipe here, which means there's probably nothing in the pipe over here. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Here there is a bit, apparently. But see, it's not moving up at all. Yeah. So let's get ourselves a Mark II pump. Try to not overlap. Let's see, that animation does go all the way up there. I'm not sure if that animation also indicates how far it is going to go, but we will see, I suppose. Are you able to be hooked up directly? Nope, the wire is too long. Yeah, and it's fine if it's like a lower tip bowl. So let's see. Water all the way through here. This is filling up. Nice flow rate. Yep. Yeah, we want to make sure the flow rate is good. And now it's dropping off really quickly, if that makes sense. Yep. And there we go. It's making the things. So let's go ahead and set the pipeline here. How much are you making? Well, let's just use Mark II anyway. They require like that's not that much more expensive for like double the capacity. So, right, and you output water. I knew there was one of those that output water. Let's just put that back into here. Well, that seems fine. So that let's get even more plastic in a minute. But first of all, your output in at 120, that makes 240, and you require exactly that. So that's perfect. So now we need 120 coal a minute from somewhere. The question becomes where though? We are already producing coal, but I think we need to check how much we are actually producing. Making the transportation vehicle bigger is also an option. Yeah, because that's moving back and forth all of the coal, but we also don't want to impact the steel production over there. And another option could be to use a different source of coal entirely, if it's within like a reasonable distance. So we're gonna need 120 a minute. Yeah. And from that point onwards. So one thing I do want to do is just do this. Is it super neat to do it this way? Nope. But it does work. Yeah, and I'm short to plastic. Yeah, I don't really care if this line is a bit crooked and all that. That's not something I really want to worry about. There was another hard drive and stuff here. Right, and everything is replaced. Yeah, you just needed quartz crystal, which we do have, so we might just want to go ahead up and snag up some of that stuff, because it seems like a fairly cheap way to get that. Ooh, there's something good here. So much luck, I recognize that. Yeah. In general, if you play the game for longer than a minute or two, and you start to recognize certain patterns that devs love to use. Yep, my summer sloop now. There's also a blue power slug over there, which we might as well snack up as well. No real reason not to, you know. Neat. But yeah, we'll find a good use for summer sloops. And there's another blue slug over there. There is a lot of you out here. Yoink. Yeah, iron ore, not really my concern right now. Still nice how much fuel we're getting. Yoink. Let's see, so I am gonna run back to base, because let's go ahead and get that hard drive. I know it's only one hard drive, but it's sitting close by. It would not take that much effort to snag it. And once we do and analyze it, we will have another recipe, which is always very good to have. And then, and yeah, this real line is also it cook a bit like, that really doesn't matter basically. Another option would also be to transport the coal with a train. I do like trains. Is there a big reason to replace that? Also, let's see how the backlog is doing. Alright, it's slowly getting there. You are still busy producing engines. Yep. You're doing the rotors. Yeah, that's going just fine. Right, and let's not forget to grab some of you. Which, yeah, this will back up soon enough anyway. Yeah, this is definitely the same silica we're gonna need. 37 a minute. Hey, you're probably gonna need like 1 or 2 more of those production tinnies. But with that setup, it should be fine to just leave it on one belt for now. Yeah, I think that's fine. So the main challenge is going to be coal. So we can either snag some from our faraway place. I could even set up a dedicated transportation line, I suppose. I mean, the coal is the fuel that the truck uses. Yeah, that might not be terrible. First of all though, yep, we're gonna finish setting this part up. And we might as well already set up the line for the scraps. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Splitter, sure. Rather conveyor splitter as the game likes to call it. Yeah, we can put the silica in from like using gloves or something like that. Yep, that's pretty straight. So let's see. This is all gonna produce. Yeah, let's merge it in like let's put it off to the side. I mean, why not? Although it is going to be made into 2 separate products. Let's see. We're gonna clad it, which is gonna require 30 minutes, and this one's requiring 90 minutes. let's just put it on one belt for now, and then we'll see how much of either one we're gonna need in the future. Yeah, that sounds reasonable enough to me. Yep. And then I want you to go into an industrial size storage thing. If I actually put it the correct way. Perfect. So that's all set up very neatly, and now we just need the remaining components. Well, the water extraction here could be neater, but it's pipes, so it's fine in my opinion. Like pipes, because of the whole head lifting, are a bit more tricky to do. Yeah, right, and we also need to process your silicon. I'm gonna say that's like fine. We'll process that later. You need 120 coal a minute. So let's see. Hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky for the coal. So it's either all the way over here, and this is a bad node at that. It's an impure node. So, well, let's go ahead and scan for coal. Where might we find it? Over here with purity normal. This would be pure, this would be impure. So looking at the distance, I'm gonna be for a minute. So yeah. Alright, we're back. So yeah, about the coal. It does seem like the most easy way to get goal would be to set up a transportation line for it. But it seems like we're gonna need to transport multiple things in here. So like this is producing only, so it's not producing a tiny amount. It's so for silica we're producing 100 a minute. However, you need 75 a minute, which means we need about 300 a minute in total. So we need 200 more. We also need like a fair amount of coal. So let me think about that. How do you want to complete it? So in terms of the resources, yeah, there's no questions asked. The most efficient coal nearby is near the coal station, but that only has a lone truck running between it. One option would be to convert it to a train. That would make it quite a bit faster, but that would also mean it's gonna unload everything in one go, which is not something we want. But I don't think there's any good alternative option. I mean, we can go ahead and let's just go ahead and peek in the research tree down there. I mean, why not? So we need about 200 silica more, which I'm sure we're not producing that much. Like I'm sure we're producing a bit, but not that much. Right. But let's first of all, before I forget to do that, and we'll try to use this. Maybe it's will help with it. We're gonna get ourselves another hard drive. And yeah, yoink. I'm not sure if this damages creatures or not, but we might as well try it. Yeah, that absolutely works. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Although it doesn't seem to be that efficient for these guys, so we're better off just going ahead and back hits with our fancy weapon. Yeah. Also, yeah, this is my thirsty, so we might as well go ahead and grab some of it while we're here. Do we need it right away? Nope, we don't. Yoink. A hard drive. And one equipment later. Start the alignment check. And may it bring us something good. So yeah, there's still like one more hard drive in the area. In fact, why don't we go ahead and just... Nope, nothing. So right, let's go ahead and get it down here. Because I am very interested in getting potentially drone transportation. Like if they are not gonna require like me to lay down a big rail or drive from point A to point B in a truck, and that would be ideal. Conveyor belt would also do, but we'll double check like one more time. I think it will be a big hassle to do that. On the other hand, it does ensure real steady supply of things, but yeah, so this is not available to me, this is not available to me. This is like super speed though. Also, now I think about, I'm betting it requires seeds. This we produce in droves anyway, so that's fine. Oh, it's even in the next tier. Yeah, definitely not something that's even available to us. But I think that's a fun thing to look forward to at the very least. This is getting along nice and well. I still see this thing produce, so that's good. You are also still producing. And we are almost at the point where we are losing. So we're getting to the point of we're getting backstabbed. That's fair. So I'm not sure how much coal we are currently using, but we must be using like at least a fair amount. Not makes sense to do. Like one of the things I could do, which wouldn't be that crazy to do actually, is to go ahead and expand some of those platforms and then set up a second thing for that. Let's go ahead and scan one more time for that. I really not have another one that makes sense to set up right now. Normal pure. I suppose I can do it over here. This part of the map is completely unexplored to me, at the very least. So I wonder if radar towers reveal like the map. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And there's a geyser if I ever want some more free power. Look, I treat geysers pretty much as free power. That's how I see them. But yeah, this is already set up and all that. But I do think we might hold a separate line. You know what? Oh, Mercer's fair. I'm gonna say it like this. So I could tap from the existing supply because I know it's not fully being utilized and all that. Then again, we also don't want to accidentally screw that up and all that. That would be great. An area full of radiation. Alright. Let's just go ahead and run to the coal station. definitely very inhospitable. And here's the normal bauxite place, which I'm glad we picked that up on the hill. Because this one's hard to get to. Here we can pick up these if we want to. Don't really want to though. Let's just see. No, it's here already. Alright, so yeah, this one's not that far away, I would say. But we might be better off taking the long way around. Especially with all the stuff we currently have. So yeah. We're gonna opt to do that. Now the question becomes, how much coal are we producing here? And feeding into this trucking station over here. You're doing 240 a minute. You're full and you are doing 240 minutes. Alright, so you're doing 480 a minute. That's a hefty amount. Now let's count how much we can actually transport in one load. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 48. Alright, so it's doing 48 in one go. How much can the current tractor transport out of that? How much are you able to transport, sir? Don't want you to be... Right, this thing can be buggy at times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 20, or 25. Alright, so you're not even capable of producing that much, but the thing is, you would drop off your production in one go. So let's think. Like, what would be the most reasonable way to transport it? My research is complete in the meanwhile, so let's go ahead and check it out. Maybe it will change my decision. Cheap silica. Oh, that sounds very good. This is just another recipe for iron plates. Why would I want that? Doesn't make sense. 45 a minute though. Well, it's decent. So we are definitely producing enough coal over here. And we currently have like one tractor going there in between. Seeing as we're not using that much of it. Well, two things. We definitely want to get the truck, which is, it's not nearly demo, well, it's not double, but like I would say that's good enough. So the only real concern here is making sure the thing has enough fuel to go back and forth. Also, I think I'm mistaken. But, oh no, not. Yellow slug. Yoink. Might as well yoink slugs when I see them, I suppose. So here's the situation. We are currently not utilizing nearly all of our coal. In fact, the truck station even fills up probably rather quickly. So what this will allow us to do is we're gonna do the following. Get a bigger truck station. We want to make sure that one's filled up with coal, so it's able to resupply our fuel demands in the meanwhile. That would probably be wise to have. And we're gonna do a big loop-de-loop with 2 stops. One for our main base and one for the aluminum manufacturing. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Mind you, the distance between them isn't huge, but it's big enough to the point where I think it makes sense to do something other than run conveyors. Let's go ahead and prepare for it though. Mainly we're gonna go over here. A tiny ramp downwards. Let's see. Can we go ahead and cut down these things? Because we can. Oh, they also gave my silicon. Alright, so it's fair. There's a tiny bump in the road here. Can we blow that up? Will the game allow me to? I'm not sure if this will do anything. Oh, neat, it does. Yep. And there's like a tiny bump of sand here, but that's fine. Pretty sure that won't cause any issue. So now we have a pretty plausible path with this. Splitter right here. Like this doesn't need to be super. I know I'm trying to do stuff fancy, but no, this is good enough. Like this will ensure that we will have plenty of that's not actually marked for belts. Okay, cool. Like maybe in general this could just be, but whatever. I'm rambling at this point. We're gonna get some modular frameworks. So the plan is as follows: replace the tractor for sure with the truck that is way capacity. Also, let's record a new path for it. Yep, it's plenty. Individual box I don't need to keep on me. I need to keep silver on me. 5 worlds I don't need. Just quick cleanup basically. Field inventory. Upper remains and this I don't need. So many of those, it's ridiculous. You don't really need to be sped up, I don't think. How's power consumption doing? Power consumption is fine. Like more than fine. Should probably make sure the factory has something to do. But that's the setup that has priority right now. So let's see, I can't really configure right here, right? Nope, I cannot. Alright. Let's go ahead and get another truck station at the ready. Yeah, we have all the components we need for it. And with 20, yeah, we also have the components we need for the vector. So what I'm hoping is that there will be enough fuel. I'm gonna assume there will be plenty. And if need be, I'm also gonna loop this one back in on itself. So let's... No, right, then we need to make sure there's a pathway for that as well. Right, you're gonna be unloading. And let's quickly set up something for you. Tiny ramp here. Nope, that doesn't really line up. So will this line up? I'm gonna alt with no. Like we can go down in slow increments. That's like fine, honestly. Two truck stations? Would that be way overkill? To have two of them. Be fair, the distance over to the silica production is bigger, and I did that all in one belt. But that might need to be rectified as well. You know what? Sure. Truck station. Yeah, definitely another truck station. So, yeah, let's have two of them. This one is going to be... Although, hold on, I'm also gonna need to drop off silica. You know what, hold on. I need to drop off gold silica and I need to pick up any products. Do I want to go by the freaking train for this distance? Like, it would save me work. belts there out, because we don't want to have a situation where it's gonna stuck up on coal or the silica tint it needs. Oh boy. I really need to have a think about this. Maybe eventually I'll replace it with them, but that doesn't solve my immediate issue. Let's see, one church station here, and the silica is coming from all the way over there. The thing is, it would not make sense to have one conveyor belt doing the work and one non-conveyor belt. But I can just expand it, have one here, and then the step needs to get picked up. Let's see, but train stations are also load and unload, so we're not saving any space, it's just the amount of lines. Tricky. Or do I just want to go ahead and do this conveyor belts anyway? You know what? Let me at the very least set up the conveyor belts so that we are going to need. Because you're the one that's gonna be requiring the stuff, right? Yep. That's not a useful indication. No, that's fine. And then yeah, so this will be the goal, right? Yeah, 120 a minute. Yes. Tricky. I think I changed my mind. I think we'll just run conveyor belts. Because thinking about it, I also need 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 products extra. Yeah, then this straight up makes more sense to do it with belts. Especially because the distance isn't that big. Like, it's not a small distance, but yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So do this, and then eventually, on as short as a term as possible, have a look at whether it would make sense to replace it all with trains. But given the amount, I don't want to bother with the train for this distance, because I found out trains in this game not the most easy thing to go ahead and lay down. Also, not concerned that it's not. Oh, you're overlapping like that. Well. You're always gonna complain about that in some way or another. That's fine. We're also definitely gonna be needing more stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and get stuff. We're missing filters, right? That's gonna be an entirely different puzzle to solve. You know what? We can put splitters on top and then use one variable to go up and one to go down. Hold on, that's an easy solution. And we will take that. Yeah, distance is a bit, but we're gonna use conveyor belts because we also need to transport like 3 tins back and forth. So we could do a train, I suppose, but there's like no practical room for one. So yeah, we'll just do separate belts. No, that will be pretty costly in terms of resources, but in this game resources are infinite and fuel is more work. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Let's hope we get enough. It's possible that we don't, but we will see. Also, let's quickly check on this. Rotors are starting to get fully backed up. Which means you are definitely a threat. Yeah, you're on idle. So power consumption in this factory is gonna drop even lower. Alright, well... I should definitely go there in this game. I feel like I'm doing an okay job, just... Truck station would have also been an option, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Also this way I don't really need to do an extra thingy. Should be fine and all. Yeah, it's always gonna complain about the clearance here. But luckily for me, I know for this part we are totally good. We just need to make sure that the belt keeps being straight. The game basically just has a limit to how long any segment of belt could be, which makes sense. Apparently also lining up with something over there. Yep. Conveyor belt is too long. Also, yeah, I am aware that we're gonna be having several things out and about where we are... Right, I don't know. If at all possible. Yeah, no cameras there, but I can care about it now. That's valid. So here we are with the coal, but yeah. So I changed my mind on this again. I built it like a dozen times right now. I'm not Eh. So we're gonna get a splitter. Definitely conveyor Mark 4s. Alright. So I know it's not picky about it, luckily. Yes, there we go. And cause it's from the buffer from over here, which is like our big ass buffer, we're good. We could also, I suppose, separate it entirely and also use that buffer, but don't feel like it's that necessary, Chief. Also, I know it's kind of pointless to upgrade like one part of the belt. I think we'll just go ahead and slowly upgrade to the faster belts. Done. So I expect a small spike in terms of stuff, and we are gonna go ahead and write these bells along, just to see that if everything is going as planned. Yeah, it's straight enough, I would say. Like these little bumps, because it does seem to like to start out a bit lower. But as you can see from the side, it's probably very close to clipping with the model, but it's never actually clipping, which is perfect. And we can already see our first batch of stuff being made. But you are probably gonna be getting stuck in the silica in a minute. Which, yeah, we're gonna be setting up. Let's see. So it's gonna come from here. Right about here. Yeah, let's set up a merger. So, yeah. We have like one time that we need a merger for this. And that's because we are gonna want to go ahead and output the outputs here. And then we're gonna want a bunch of splitters. Actually, you know what? First of all, we can get a couple more foundations. Like, not a huge amount, mind you. Yep, I think that makes sense to do. Yep. Just need to figure out how are we actually gonna be able to line these all up. Yeah, that's right. I want this part to be facing that way, and the other part to be facing that way. Perfect. So let's go ahead and put a... Can we do splitters without any spaces over here? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. that will do. And that will do quite nicely. So, another splitter. Not something you want. Perfect. And this one over there. Also, I'm aware that this last one is mainly aesthetic and stuff like that. Seeing as that's one of the least necessary. Actually, it does seem to allow it to be, yeah, literally connect like that. Which, that's just gonna look nice. And I know it's producing right now with all that, but it won't last. It's basically definitely gonna be burning itself out of silica. Do we want a vertical conveyor belt for this? Yeah, invalid belt shape. Alright. So, right about here, I'm kind of eyeballing it. That looks really fine. So, merger. But facing the correct direction. Perfect. I know I also have things to put it on the screen, but it's fine. Also, hold on, thinking about it, should do an emerging in a different spot. So, this can just be one straight thingy. And then the merger can be right here. In fact, we can even do it right along the belt. So, other elements. Yep, like that. Then mergers, which, yeah, the game allows me to straight up stick on the left. So you go over to here, and you can go ahead and clip in. I don't want you to be clipping, please. I'm trying to get less clipping here. It does make sense. It is that this belt is not fluctuating, so. You know what? Let's just do a vertical here. I don't need to be that concerned with resources. So, this is gonna go over here. And I'm sure we've already produced like a tiny amount. Apparently not. But this should start the production. Yes, it does. So that's very nice and all, but that won't last. Like, in fact, we don't even need to wait that long, I think. I think it will fairly quickly go ahead and show that it's not up to par. Because one of these needs 75 and you're producing like 50 each, so eventually, like not right away, but eventually this will just spec stuff. So let's go ahead and get our other source over here. Now I'm pretty sure this source actually isn't producing nearly enough for it. So yeah, that's also gonna be a case of probably gonna want to increase that source of production sooner rather than later. This will at the very least make sure it's not gonna get stuck for anything. So yeah, that. Yep. Alright, let's do this riddle again. And let's just go on ahead and make it as straight as we possibly can. Yeah, this is using like quite a bit of resources and all that. I don't think it's more efficient to set up a train, especially since last time I set up a train that was so long. And like, it's fast enough, but belts seem to be fast enough. So yeah, once this is hooked up to silica, we will see how long that will keep producing at a decent speed. I'm betting from the start it will. Just I'm fairly certain, and I didn't really check it in terms of calculation, but I'm confident in saying that we will not have enough production. In fact, it's like 7 production with warts and that other stuff, because now it seems like we're gonna need it just probably need it in much bigger volume. I'm currently producing it. I can even also sync it amongst it, which yeah, that's cool. Also, let's go ahead and make some more biofuel. Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and make some more of this first. Let's see, I'm unsure. 1 wood we can just let go. And let's get ourselves like a tiny bit of fuel. Like, we don't need a huge amount. Might also be worth it to set up a processing tent for this, especially because, yeah, alien tree is fun in this game. So, basically an infinite source of fuel, if we ever come across some, which we seem to always be running into them anyway. So, yeah, that would be good. Regardless though, that's enough. Yep, let's also go ahead and quickly check one of our power poles. How much power are we consuming? Yeah, like nothing. You are the correct line. Excellent. think it will be fine for the truck, honestly. It's probably a bit tight. Which of the products we want to make up there. Maybe even both. It wouldn't be possible. We just need to determine it. Yep, perfect. So this should provide us with silica, at least for a tiny bit. I'm suspecting it will not run at 100% whatsoever. But at the very least, this way we make sure it doesn't get stuck. Because, yeah, we don't want it to get stuck. So, yeah, you're definitely, you're at 100%. Somehow I don't believe that. You're probably still have a surplus of when this thing first kicks out. So I'm betting the first one is good. And really at 100, but I'm betting you aren't. Yeah, you're at 25%, so there's all the silica that comes rushing in. Actually, hold on. We might have a different problem. So with this setup, it's all gonna merge nicely. Just you know what, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, I was gonna say, like, eventually this whole line might fill up if we produce too much currently, and that might actually stop it, because this thing doesn't need to... Worst comes to worst, we'll set them an awesome thing for it. You know what, let's do that actually right away. So, smart splitter, definitely don't want to use a regular splitter for this. Because that is really messy. And awesome sink. Yeah, sometimes an awesome sink is useful even when you're not really wanting to get calls from it. About there. Here, not the most neat belts. Approaching on another. There it is. Alright, so that's not. Alright. So, where do we have room for this big ass awesome thing? Actually, you know what this will do? First of all, we need to set it up. Left is going to be overflow, although you're not that well aligned, are you? Yeah, hold on. Yep. Alright, now let's like this. So on the left, there's going to be overflow. And I know I have multiple awesome sinks now, but frankly we have the power to, and this will actually prevent it from ever overflowing in case you produce too much of this. Now, I don't think currently it's going to be that much of an issue, so we might be going and avoiding necessarily in a minute. We will see. Also, yeah, the belt should be able to handle it, right? Because 75, 75, 75. With another 75, which makes it so that this thing will use 300 a minute. As long as the belts can keep up, which I'm pretty sure they can. Easily. But we do need tier 4 belts for this, so it's good that we... Like, I would say that's one thing I did well. We have a good supply of silica. But I'm suspecting that it's going to run out rather quickly because we don't have a lot of production. Like, let's go ahead and check it over there. Then we're gonna check what we need the stuff for. Or rather, what we want to investigate first. So... we either have a fairly simple recipe or a bit of a more complicated recipe, which is also is gonna require copper up there at least. But we will see. The other thing is otherwise we would need to run like a massive train and everything, so... it's a bit of effort anyway you slice it. Yeah, so... we're definitely running out of this in a minute. But let's see. What can we currently use the aluminium stuff for? So, let's see. We have the option of a hoverback, which does sound nice, but this is purely luxury for us. Which is not a bad thing, just let's acknowledge it's not super necessary. This, at this point, would be nice, but I also don't think it's super necessary for us right now. Hazmat, yeah, this is one of the things that's definitely necessary. So let's see, from... I'm gonna say it's necessary to get both up and running. And this one only has one recipe anyway, so... currently it's not used in anything, but that will change very soon. Like both of these things are needed for research, so... I also am noticing that we are needing a fair amount of computers in the future for stuff, so... let's go ahead and make one change to the setup then. A splitter. And we don't need a smart splitter, because we still don't even know if we need to anymore. I don't think an industrial storage size is needed. But a regular storage one, yeah, definitely need. So, with that being set up, it means in the meanwhile, while we got that stuff set up, yeah, that will just continuously produce, which is perfect. So, let's see. Other stuff we currently really need. We need engines, which we have a good amount of. Yeah, we don't seem to be needing But let's see. Yeah, we're also gonna want to stockpile like some advanced frameworks. Let's be smart and prepare these ahead of time. Like it will take a fair amount of time before the factory makes enough to fill up like a container of them. But still. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not required for the industrial size one. Perfect. Do you have a summer sloop currently? You don't. Not super necessary, but let's just give one of them, I suppose. And for motors, let's see. Done. You're definitely good. And in fact, you have so much reason you don't do. Yeah. You really don't need them. Let's give them to the computer zone. Just cause that's way close by. Let's see. I anticipate we're gonna be needing a number of them. And I might as well, while I'm here, just overclock it a bit. So now you're doing 7.5 minutes. Which is pretty good, because it's fairly advanced in terms of components, and I'm confident that we have the production set up to supply the additional needed materials. So, yeah. So, next thing we need to set up is, from looking over there, we're gonna want both of them. And I think it's better to set this up and then deal with the lack of silica later on. Yeah, that seems to be good enough. Now, one downside to the current setup is that the silica is going to get put in the else sink for like no good reason currently. You know what, since we're not producing enough, let's actually not do that currently. Because currently I wanted to just go in here, process it. Yeah. Actually, you're not, although you're doing 19 minutes, making, yeah, it should be fine. Let's just keep it like this for now. But I'm suspecting this will eventually just run out. So, we have fuel, and we have, oh wow. Let's just put some in the inventory so that we can go ahead and open it in the codex. So, we need at least one of you each here. And currently I'm not even gonna transfer that. So, constructor and then assembler. Constructor is really straightforward. That's one, and the assembler is just two. 2 tins, which makes sense if we have 2 required items. So, let's see. Okay, since this it requires 90 a minute, so let's just count 60, 120, 240. So we're currently doing 240 a minute. You're gonna take up 90. Well, probably means we only want one of you. let's set that up and set up an industrial size container for you. Right in there. We just need to say you're gonna get aluminum cases. And we have a fancy power line over there, but we're gonna go ahead and expand that to over there. Yeah, I think a hoverback will be in this sort of situation like this, but I digress. So, you are gonna be set up to be making fused aluminum chips, which means you need copper ingot. Granted, you don't exactly need a lot to make this. Yep, so you have power, that's fine. I'm only gonna do one of you for now. So, let's see. Splitter. Definitely. We don't need a smart one. Smart one is like if you want to do some fancy stuff. And for now, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. So, the question becomes, where do we get copper from? And like, we don't need a big amount of copper. We clear this requires 10 minutes. In general, this process is fairly slow. So we might want to think about just overclocking this process to get a decent speed of the sheets. Yeah. So let's see. The solution is either to bring it from far away or to bring it close by. Rather, bring it from existing productions or set up new productions. That would require another line up here, which I would rather avoid if at all possible. I do think I want to keep all the aluminum process in here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just scan. Where can we find some copper ore? Okay. There's nothing close by, is there? So this is iron, so all the way over there is pure, but we don't even need a pure, and I don't even need a particularly good source of them. I just need a source of them. Do we have an alternative recipe, perhaps? That can help out. This is the basic recipe, and this is in the foundry. Its main purpose is that it produces more, but we don't even need that much. So, well, let's just go up there and scan. Maybe it will yield different-ish results. I'm suspecting no. But the thing is, I really don't need that much. Like, also, given the power situation, I'm definitely gonna overclock some machines rather than make more. Let's see. So from up here, yeah, copper over there, copper over there. Jeez. Oh, you found some all the way over here, and it's bad copper too. It's impure. Jeez, what a mess. Right, that's So we have a normal vein over there, but it's far away. I'm just gonna run all in this direction. So we need copper, that's much is certain. Could do it in the foundry. Seems like a bit too much work here currently. So over here we have impure, which is not a good source. But again, I don't really need much, so we just want to go for the impure stuff. Not suboptimal all, but on the other hand, this is much further away. Actually, no, that's further. Another massive belt, maybe? It doesn't seem ideal either. It wouldn't be crazy to, you know, make some at the base. Like the main base. And meanwhile, no, it's a bit wasteful, but I do like to blow these things up. Let's move over here. Let's do it like this. So basically the easiest source of copper is over there. That much is undeniable, but maybe we have some plates we can siphon. We could also combine it in one of the... No, that's gonna be an nuisance. We could split it with a smart split there. That does dilute the amount it's going to, and that would need an awesome thing to prevent it from getting ever stuck. Yeah, and you're gonna be running out rather quick. Tricky. Or at least the plastics get that. The next thing you need is copper. Let's see. I'm not using the effective recipe. How am I? No, I'm not. You're using every piece of copper providing you. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go ahead and combine it on the silica belt, I'm guessing. It also makes very little sense though. How would it make sense? I'm not about to remove these belts. Just do another belt. Currently I'm not pulling down the resources from over there. You know what? We'll do another belt. And that means the stuff from over there. It's probably not ideal to use so many belts and all that. But on the other hand, it does work. You need clad, hazmat. Like the hazmat suit as well. I don't need any. And we are making the stuff for the hazmats. So, you know what? Enough mumbling. Just get this out of the way. Portable miner or two. Double checking that we have things from miner mark 2. We do. No, we do still have a good amount of this stuff, but let's get more. Fire we have. Alright. Let's tap into our next local copper tin. So it should be around. Yeah, this should be it. It should be normal now, right? Yep. Alright, let's set the timer to protect these early game notes. Not enough spread, alright. What can we toss out in the old inventory? I do not need gold in my inventory. I don't think. Let's quickly get rid of this. Do I need this junk? I don't. Miner mark 2. Perfect. Let's run a quick power pole over here. So since we didn't exactly need basically anything, we're gonna be producing it over here. We could set up a foundry on the other hand, it's minor stuff. Oh. Sure. I'll go. Yeah. Let's see. Smelter. It is gonna be like a tiny base, just copper plates. I'm not gonna be worried about making it super duper fancy. Copper 30. We'll just go ahead and produce as much as we can here. Like, no real reason not to, and in terms of power usage in the game, these things don't even register, honestly. Splitter. Try to do something else. Don't be worried about it. There we go. Mergers. Next. I'm out of iron plates out of all the things. Well, time to get some more, I suppose. Then we're just gonna run another belt, I suppose. Well, this will be like the last one for the input side. For the output side, might just go with very basic stuff. but we will see. In general, we want to know what the project parts are going to be required before we tear anything about it. Yeah. Right. I really need to find a use for these things. That's potentially a ton of iron that's not being used currently for well anything. Might as well start with the belt, I suppose. Yeah, while I'm here anyway, let's see. We want the belt to start about. Let's make sure it starts about here. Yes, you do need to go about it. You know what, no, just like this. I know that's luckily and all that. I am aware, but on the other hand, I hope to smells with drones. If they are for that. With this fairly soon, we should be good. Because it's not that much further, I can already see it in the distance. Right, and then we need to make sure it does go up a bit there, because that part we didn't do yet. But seems right. Convey merger. About this. Nope. Yeah. No problem. Alright. We can fix that. Yep. Oh, right. Marketables. Let's just upgrade that existing pole. You know what? Yep, you're all producing. Yep. So yeah, to be clear, this is gonna be outputting way more than we are gonna need for the aluminum production. And on the other hand, that's fine. Means we're not wasting anything. So I'm fairly happy with that. So soon we will get the clad seats. Yep. That's going to happen very soon. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna be caught up by the time I look back. yeah, in terms of how much and all that we need of each of these, we will see. I'm missing beams. Huh, we do go through way too many of those, don't we? But, this will allow this belt to saturate a bit. Yeah, I think good. Just gonna be running over the train a bit. Else why not? And we can yoink. I know it's a bit of a long way around, but these belts are also really quick, so it does allow us to get some momentum. Nice little sword. Let's quickly check out. Yes. It's good to keep an eye on that, because my potential is still quite high for power users. Like, this is the potential. Although I think that might be a tad misleading just because of the way the game deals with things that you overclock. So you need to produce like one more cycle if you ever move it, I think. For the game to realize, say, you're not applicable for that anymore. So, yeah, that's the thing. I'll put it on straight, I suppose. It does make it look a bit worse. No, what default's better. Because these lines aren't entirely straight. Yes, almost there. There? Nope, can't. We're just gonna go ahead. Perfect. So now we're making 30 a minute of these. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not adequate for the speed I want. And since we have a fair bit of power left and all, yeah, let's just go ahead and overclock it in. Could also put summer sloops in there. You know what, why not both? I think I have summer sloops in the computer thing over there, which I'm only boosting up because it seems like we're gonna be needing those a lot. I bet him we're gonna need that over there a lot more. Yeah, let's go ahead and fully tag that out. Should I do the other one as well? 3, like I have at least 3 summer sloops. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and go for that. Yoink. Yeah, there's a lot of sunlight in the environment. Not enough space in the inventory. Well, now there is plenty of space. You know what? Sure. And besides, we have so many of these slugs in storage, that's fine for me to just carry around a little extra to process stuff. I'm not sure if ever gonna use that anyway. We will see. Regardless, in terms of computers, I don't expect it to be backstabbed, but I do know you probably don't need this to be drawn with a lot of power. Yeah, you've made a fair amount of them. It will probably also drop my power consumption. Yeah, and even the potential. Oh, so it does keep track of that. We might want to hit up a geyser or two for that. Geyser, because I find those are pretty easy sources of power. But on the other hand, we do have batteries for that reason, and since we have geysers, we do have a way to kickstart the generator should it be really needed. Yep, that all seems fair. Gonna say we overclock both of these. So yoink, yoink, yoink. Let's see, how much are you gonna require? 150 a minute. 225 a minute of that. Can we handle that? 60, 120, 80, 225. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that makes you way too hungry. So I'm gonna say double the output. And it's not even for that much more power cost. You definitely double the output. And some more, because you're not that hungry, so yeah, that's much more equal. 75. So 75, you each is 60, 120, so 240 a minute. You're now doing 75, so it means we have 190 left. Let's just see how much we can bump you up by. 2? Yeah, 2 is good. Besides, you're now producing a ton of these. Excellent. Very good. I don't know from the top of my head how much I need. I definitely have enough of those. So I have about 300 of these, 200 of these. You're probably the least viable thing in my inventory right now. Yep. So let's see if we can go ahead and do some more research. So aluminum processing, I've been ready. That wasn't too bad, and we should have just a nice amount of processing going on. In terms of the miners, we could also overclock them at some point, I suppose. But we'll see. Also depending on how much stuff we need factory work eventually might be possible, but only if it makes sense. Maybe just because it makes it a bit more efficient, then I'm not going for that. Silica is definitely in need of improvement though. Let's see. Hoverpack is fluff. This is fluff. Hazmat suits. Gas filter. Let's see, that's in here, right? Or no, that's in here. Yep. We're out of coal. And we need more fabric. We can quickly go ahead and run for some fabric. I do think hazmat suit is pretty important. And then, oh, we're gonna be stuck waiting on re-entry time, I think. Regardless though, I think hazmat suit is the more important thing right now. And with that setup, I think we should be able to go ahead and research all of the things over there. Quickfire is something we're good on as well, so not bad. I think if we assemble this right, we can go through this phase quicker. Although I suspect this is just the, easy bit, and the hard bit will probably be the components themselves. If they are gonna require like a ton of stuff that will require a ton of upgrading, then only then will I consider tearing them out of the factory, just to improve the obviously. Because we definitely have alternative recipe that would probably be better. Yoink yoink. Some more for you. We're making a lot of use. Don't need that. Watch. We have a lot of this one. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one. So now we're gonna be running back for goal. We're gonna ignore him. So yeah, hazmat suit up and running. It also means next time we will be able to do a bunch of research quickly. So maybe even the re-entry time is going to be a bit of a bottleneck, but we will see. In general though, that's good if that's your bottleneck, because that re-entry time isn't super long. Here in the turn. That's gonna be fine. Rubber seems to be way less used than plastic. Also all fine. We might even eventually get a bit of a plastic storage, which would be a good thing. You're right, I lost my train of thought for a moment, because we need to get some coal. Luckily we have like a ton of it over there. Yeah, and I don't think there's an easy way to make them, so we're just gonna be making them, and we want extra anyway. No, these are the gas mask filters. Not enough space in the old inventory. That's probably correct. We can get rid of some of these. Manufacturer equipment workshop. I suppose we can also do them in a manufacturer, but like, it's not like they take a ton of effort to make. Especially when your bottleneck currently is just coal. Yeah, we already have enough stuff. does not need to be automated. Yep, hazmat suit.
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity.
Finally.
I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on. Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
Yep. So let's see. I think all of these are obtainable right now. These 100 computers to 50. Yeah, we totally can get those. Okay, 100 computers. Let's see, what don't I super need right now? I've run a I suppose. It's gonna then process these as biofuel. So next time we don't need to go silicon. For now, let this research over
Milestone reached. The hover pack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
Next one. Stuff in one go, so I suppose that's pretty good. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Save. Please save for the right time.